والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد.
اوكي
شيخ في هنا we have new student now.
My brothers, thank you for being here. May Allah reward you for being here. May Allah reward us all. May Allah open our hearts towards Islam, towards this beautiful religion, towards the Quran, the speech of Allah. Obviously, what we try to do here is try to learn the speech of Allah, which He has sent down in Arabic language. He said in Surah Yusuf, right there, Bismillah, Alif Lam Ra, Tilka Ayatul Kitab al-Mubin, Inna anzalnahu Qur'anan Arabiyyan, la'allakum ta'qilun. Indeed, we sent down Quran, we sent down to you Quran, an Arabic Quran, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَعْقِلُونَ, that perhaps you will use your intellect to understand. So this is an Arabic Quran which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen for us. So my brothers, last time we had some idea about kalima. We were just reviewing with Brother Najm. Did you have any questions? I'm sure there's a lot of questions, but in the matter of that it is maybe not in the book that we were looking at. Do you have any doubt in your mind, still thinking, we still don't know what is going on? Any type of questions like that. Let's go review for a couple minutes, and then today's class, inshallah, we're going to do the adad, the numbers in Arabic language, meaning the singular form, the dual form, and the plural form. How does it come in Arabic language? This is what we're going to do, inshallah. It is very easy class. It is very beneficial class. It is little different than what we know in our own language. At least my Turkish language and English I know. What about in Bangladesh? When you want to say, for example,
similar to English,
then we don't have any problems. So this in Arabic, subhanallah, it is going to be little different when it comes to numbers. When you want to say one book, two book, or three books. Okay, when you want to say one finger, two finger, three fingers. It is little different than in our language. So when it comes to noun, brothers, what is noun? What do we know about noun? Ism. So when it's been said ism, what do we know? Anything.
Any place, name, thing.
Thing. Noun. So what is the verb? Action that happened in the past, or it is happening, or it will happen, right? Or it's the command, do it, like anything that refers to an action, past, future tense, or present, or command form. So all that is verb. What about a particle, harf? What do we know about harf? Like if somebody asks you, what is harf? How am I going to determine whether this is harf or ism or verb? So how do you determine that it is harf?
It doesn't make sense if it is used only.
Beautiful. That's exactly what it is. It needs helpers to make sense. For example, if you want to say min, which is, for example, so let's say min, it means from. So when we stop saying from, it didn't make sense, right? So it always needs something before it or after it to refer to a meaning to make sense. So when it doesn't make sense, this is an easy way to know a harf. So you have any question, brother, about? And
About
when we
last
say
lesson?
yes, and when we say a word in Arabic, we mean one of these three, right? So what kind of word is this? And let me go quick example. For example, قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ. Did we say this before? Did we mention this before? Okay. قُلْ, I'm going to give you the meanings. You're going to determine whether it's ism, harf, or noun. Verb, noun, or particle. قُلْ, say, O Muhammad, say. What does it sound like? Is it a noun?
Verb.
It's a verb. Why?
Action.
It's an action. It's a command. Yes. قُلْ, Ya, O.
Particle.
Why? Because it doesn't make sense. Like oh, it doesn't make sense by itself, right? So ayyuha is the same way. Al-kafirun, those who disbelieved or disbelievers. Disbelievers. What is it? Is it harf? Is it a harf?
Ism.
It's not a harf, right? It's not a particle because it makes sense. So is it a verb? Is there a command? Is it something happened in the past when we say disbelievers?
In this case.
O you disbelievers. It is a noun, right? Very obvious. And how now we know it, right? Because we said one of the characteristics of noun is first of all the meaning. If we don't know, if we cannot determine it with the meaning, we can determine it with the alif lam right in front of it, right? El kafirun instead of kafirun, for example. We know that alif lam is something that belongs only to a noun. So, and a couple more things we could say, but we didn't mention it so far.
What was the meaning of ayyuhal? Qul ya
Ayyuha,
ayyuhal.
qul, say, O Muhammad, ayyuhal, ya ayyuhal, O those, O those. It's a harfun nida, It's a calling word. You know, O people. When you say O people, ya ayyuhan nas. It mentions a lot in the Quran, in many places. Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu. O those who believed, meaning believers. Ya ayyuhan nas, O people. Ya ayyuhan nas u'budu rabbakum. O people, worship your Lord. There is in many places in the Quran. It's countless, in many places. When you hear Ya ayyuha, it's a calling word, calling. You call somebody. Some of them goes for close, some of them goes for far. Like Ya ayyuha, it looks like you calling from afar. Ya ayyuha. Ya ayyatuha nafsul mutma'inna, for example, in Surah Al-Fajr. O mutma'in nafs.
Okay.
I think there is a chapter for that too, inshallah. We will come to that. But as of right now, we can say when you hear Ya ayyuha, you're calling somebody. So whatever comes after that is what you're calling. Ya ayyuhan nas, meaning all people. Ya ayyuhal mu'minun, meaning all believers, all mu'min. Ya ayyuhal kafirun, all kuffar.
Okay. So questions from last class. I think we should go over the Nahu when we talk about what is
The i'rab, the
No.
suffix, the fatha, dhamma.
Fatha, Dhamma,
Yes.
Kasra, basically, how do you form when you should have, I think we mentioned a few cases.
Okay.
you know, when you have certain kinds of harf, like inna and its brothers, and then when you have certain kind of harf, like ila, an, ala, bi,
Okay.
all that. And then some cases also that allow you to have kasra for like mudaf, mudaf ilayhi and stuff.
Okay.
Too much.
That's-
We don't
no,
have
that's fine. Let's give a couple minutes to it. Inshallah, we go. And before anything, my brothers, I want you to be patient whatsoever. Like patient with yourselves, not with me. Be patient with yourself. Meaning that, you know, this is only a couple chapters we've been through, or we're going to be, inshallah. This much is still left. I'm sure whatever is in your mind is hiding somewhere here. And also excuse my broken language too. But the important thing is what we learn. It's really the accent. It doesn't matter in a language, bro. Okay? So the fixing the accent is your least concern. Inshallah, understanding, reading, understanding is the best thing we can do as non-Arabic speakers. So, let me go through it one more time very quickly. When we say Arabic language, we can determine it in two ways. So we have sarf and we have nahu. We have sarf, which we explained as a body of the word. So when I say nasara, he helped, the whole thing, the nasara is the subject of the science of sarf. So the science of sarf, the ulum al-sarf, will teach me why is it nasara, why is it not nusara, why is it not nasara, why is it nasara? Sarf is teaching me that. Sarf is teaching me the body. Why is the body like that? Why is it rasulun and not, for example, rusulun? So it's sarf has to do with this. Sarf deals with it. Nahu, the science of nahu deals with the case endings, meaning the very last letter of this word. Why is it fatha, dhamma, kasra? Or why is it sukoon? Is the ulum al-nahu is teaching me that. For example, when I told you ba, min, ila, fi, waw al-qasam, ta al-qasam, min, I said if you see these letters in front of a noun, that noun, the i'rab, the case ending, the vowel of the last letter will be kasra. For example, minallahi or bismillahi, alhamdulillahi, lam, lillahi. So these lam, for example, ba, min, ila. So these are the ulum al-nahu comes along, okay? The nahu science comes along and teaches me that. It teaches me, hey, look, if you see this min in front of any noun, which can be only in front of a noun, that means it makes it kasra. So in the future, it will teach me also inna, anna, ka'anna, lakinna, layta, la'alla, which we described it as inna wa akhawatuha. Inna and its brothers, I call it. Inna and its sisters also can be, all right? So if you see these in front of a noun, that will make the first noun fatha and the second noun dhamma, for example. Inna Allaha ala kulli shay'in qadirun. So, Inna Allaha qadirun. So, with this I know that the vowel of the lafdatullah, the word of Allah, will be fatha. Now I know why, because inna came along and did it. So, you see the case endings, the nahu will teach me, inshallah, why is it inna Allah and it's not inna Allahu. All we will know that, inshallah. And this will help us when you see even without the Arabic, without vowels, without fatha, dhamma, kasra on there, then you will be able to determine by just knowing these details, inshallah. So, there's two things, sarf and nahr. And this book teaches us a little bit from here, a little bit from there. All right, brothers? There are ways to learn. There are many ways to learn. This is not the only way. For example, I learned it a very old-fashioned way since I was little. And I found it very beneficial, but I didn't have anything else to do. That was our only job. So you are busy with a lot of things. So maybe it is good that you have this in front of you and just a couple pages, not 100 pages. But I'm still very much confident that if we follow this book, inshallah, we hit some levels in understanding the Quran. So when we say Arabic, brother, we have the body of the word and the case ending. What do I mean by case ending? The very end letter. What is the vowel on that? Alhamdu. So the alhamdu, the whole word, the whole kalima, the whole word is subject of sarf. So, but why is it alhamdu? Nahu will come and answer that. We'll say, okay, because this is mubtada, this is what you started your sentence with. When you do that, it's always dhamma. So now we know. This is about sarf and nahu. This is about what we will see, a little bit from here, a little bit from there. When it comes to word, as we said, word is three kinds. Word, anything that you read in the Quran must be either noun, ism, or verb, fi'al, or particle, harf, any of them. And we said some characteristic about this and that, and while we are proceeding, inshallah, we will mention some details here too. What do you think, Najwa? Can we go and do today's chapter, inshallah? So, today's chapter, inshallah, brother, whose Arabic is good? Writing. No, that would be a good course too. It's very relaxing.
Mahbub.
Yes, Mahbub brother.
Mahbub's writing is good.
Alhamdulillah.
That's
Mahbub.
good.
When we want to give example.
Yeah, I can write it. Inshallah.
Okay,
You
brother.
want to switch places?
Whatever we mention here, of course, it has to do with the first chapter too. So we're going to go and refer what we did on the first chapter. Is it noun, is it verb, is it harf? And then we're going to mention today's little more. In Arabic language, to call number one is the same way as we do it in English. If you want to do the plural, it's the same way as we do in English. However, there is this two, if you want to describe, for example, two hands, two eyes, if you want to describe two pen, two fingers, this is a little different than English language. In English we say two fingers, right? Finger, two fingers, and then we say just, three fingers, four fingers, or we put number, and then that's how we describe it. When it comes to Arabic, brother, let's give an example from Muslim. Muslim means, what is Muslim mean?
One who submits.
One who submits, one who commits, one who submits, one who aslama yuslimu tasliman, one who finds peace in Islam.
من أسلم هو المسلم.
No. Muslim is the submitting is the very popular translation that we give.